Hi, this is Amy with a Y from Secular Soup.
Hi, this is Oren Ross.
Hi, this is Candace Gorham.
Hi, this is Andrew Torres.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ben Davis.
Hello, this is Dr. Daryl Ray.
Hi, this is Dr. Hector Garcia.
Hi, this is Mike Wiseman of The Bible Says What.
Hi, this is Thomas Westbrook of Holy Kool-Aid.
Hey, this is Robert Stanley from the Right to Reason podcast.
Hi, I'm Steve Grumbine. I'm the host of Macro and Cheese.
I'm Dave Fitzgerald.
And I'm Dana
We can start again. Absolutely.
I'm Dave Fitzgerald.
And I'm Dana Preston.
And we took a left at the valley.
And then I masturbated after that.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
I know we shouldn't have to scream that we're atheists. You know, we don't have non-astrologers and all that. But with the religious people taking over the world, I mean, we can either speak up or be pushed into a corner.
I'm proud to be an atheist, a skeptic, a non-believer, an infidel, a heathen. I call it how I see it. I say it's ignorance and you just call it faith and unsubstantiated claims. That's something to be ashamed. I'm an atheist.
Coming at you from Soap BC and all over the U.S., this is Left of the Valley 2.0. My name is Kevin, and I found out male bees die after mating. So I guess that's their life. Honey, nut, Cheerio. Joining me as usual is a team who thinks that when you light a candle in church, you should blow out the other one so that God can focus on your thing.
Yeah.
I thought they all did that.
All candles matter.
She says having sex inside Olive Garden is incest because when you're there, your family. Sabrina.
Hey. Don't do it, people. Don't do it.
He hopes Elon Musk never gets into a scandal because Elon Gate would be really drawn out.
That's right. Gotcha.
Whatever he thinks of the 80s, he thinks boombox, but that's just really a stereotype. Benjamin.
Hello. Yeah, wow.
Hey, you're implying he was there in the 80s.
First one for her. And she talks with an awful lot of smack for someone who trips putting her underwear on.
That was pretty good.
Kevin,
yes.
We talked about it. No more personal attacks.
Guys, welcome back. Hope you had a great week. So today we'll be talking to a guy named Spencer Kurtz, and then we're studying marine biology. So we'll be talking about marine biology, the ocean, climate change, and all that stuff. But that's in the second half of the show. But first, we have some mail.
Oh, wow. Fun.
That's right.
Someone actually likes us.
That's right.
I don't know. We haven't read the letter yet.
We got a message from John, a listener, and I remember last week we were talking about we talk about
the baloney kit.
Was it last week? We talked about nuclear energy.
No, the week before.
The week before, and we also talked about the HPV vaccine. So he writes about this. It says, "Hi Kevin and crew, hope you're all well. In effort to help with some of the points you were hanging the HPV vaccine, the attached is helpful. In summary, the age of incidence for cervical cancer begins at age 20, grows steeply, and peaks at age 30 to 34. Since the vaccine started to be rolled out in children in the late 2000s, the 25% quote-unquote decline correlates with those people starting to enter that age range." So we were wondering if at the time you were wondering, Sabrina, if HPV was attacking women of an older age. It seems it wasn't. It seems it attacks people, women the age of 30, 34.
By older, I meant adult. But okay.
Oh.
Anyway.
I thought you meant like 70.
No.
Yeah.
That wasn't my intent.
That's what I thought you meant too.
18 and up.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
So he also says that P.S. He also says, "I fully believe that future generations would judge my generation harshly for not embracing nuclear energy to bridge the gap between fossil and renewable energy sources." Thank you so much for that, John.
Absolutely.
And I completely agree with him.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yep.
Oh, and one little note also I want to make out. We had a guest in the past, Nathan Brown.
Yes.
He's also a listener. It's his birthday today.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nathan.
I already said it on Facebook, but I'll say it again.
We're recording this, and
you're still older than me.
It is also my oldest son's birthday today. So.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Wow. Lots of birthdays.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on. Let's go chit chat. Okay, did you guys we talked about this very briefly on apologetics there. In Canada, Bill C4 has passed unanimously. This bill
is fantastic.
is actually outlaws conversion therapy, gay conversion therapy. It doesn't
Ritzy
just
wasn't on that show, so
no.
this is news to her.
It doesn't just
Yeah, I have to sleep.
yeah, sorry.
It outlaws conversion therapy. It also outlaws taking a minor out of the country to use conversion therapy.
Yay! I didn't know that part. That's
it
fantastic.
also outlaws profiting from it or advertising it.
Oh, this is great.
So this is a very, very good bill that passed in Canada. And the funny thing is, this is even better because this is a bill that was fast-tracked through Parliament. And it was actually a Conservative MP, a Conservative member of Parliament, who was named Rob Moore. He rose and asked for unanimous consent to pass Bill C4.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the third time they're trying to pass the bill. The first two times it died in the books because of election issues. And it unanimously passed. And actually, some of the Liberal members walked across the aisle to hug and shake hands with the opposition. It was a beautiful, beautiful example of good politics happening for once.
You gave me goosebumps.
Yes.
Would you say
I
that,
love being Canadian, just gotta say. Anyway.
would you say that the C4 blew up?
Yes. It makes me so proud to know that our government says, and both sides, even the Conservatives, said, no, this isn't right.
Well, it actually also says that from now on, so anybody, even a conservative, that brings out the issue of gay conversion therapy, that's committing political suicide at this point.
Absolutely.
But there is some people that are saying also, because the bill was rushed, it was fast-tracked through Parliament, it also means that they were just voting yay or nay, but they don't actually have to record their vote. So it's actually not recorded in the books. So if you are a conservative member and you're not actually for the bill, it's never really recorded in the book. So you can kind of play with that. That's a bit being cynical, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter. What matters is this has passed. This is law now. And this kind of nonsense from Christians especially is not going to happen in this country anymore.
I'm so proud.
I am so jealous.
You're all honorary Canadians in my heart.
Minnesota has actually tried, but we have Michelle Bachmann, who I believe her husband owns and runs some of those places. So
I'm
it's
so sorry.
really been hard.
Well,
Yeah,
she's a nutcase.
Oh yeah.
In other news, we all know that the U.S. unofficial motto is "Go big or go home." I think you guys would all agree with that. Well, it turns out the U.S. being number one is not always a good thing. Apparently, the U.S. there's a report came out that says the U.S. is also number one in plastic pollution.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
In a big way. There's 242
Fast food
metric
people.
tons of plastic that's discarded worldwide every year.
Can I ask a question? How common are paper straws there now? In,
my city did it.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like some of the, and it's supposed to be that everybody is supposed to do it within the city limits, right? But some people just don't. Some businesses are like, no, fuck that shit. You know, so, and they are annoying, don't get me wrong, but I would much rather annoying over, you know, the damage that's being done.
So like I was saying, 242 metric tons of plastic is discarded worldwide every year.
God, that's crazy.
This is in the world. And 1/6 of that comes from the U.S. alone.
Oh
So
my
we're talking about
God.
42 tons every year from the U.S.
Wow.
A new report from the National Academy of Science, Engineering, and Medicine. This was ordered by Congress as part of the Save Our Seas 2.0 Act in December 2020.
We need
And
it.
this is a report that
This
basically
is actually really good. It's going to tie into a
Yeah.
lot of things that we're going to talk about today.
it shows,
Sorry.
unfortunately, that the U.S. is more than twice as much as any other country in the world, and more than the 20 countries in the EU combined.
Wow.
In plastic, discarding plastic. Per capita, the average American throws away 130 kilos. That's 287 pounds of plastic annually.
Wow.
I mean, I bought the bag for Publix. Okay, I have the reusable bag, so I did my part. Right?
I mean, we do that. We don't. We try not to, and then when we do use a plastic bag, we actually try to reuse it. We don't throw it out.
No,
we try to,
I'm
use it as a
concerned because
garbage
this
bag or
report
something.
is not really hitting the media and not really hitting the attention of the public.
Of course not.
The report warns that by 2030, plastic discharge in the oceans could reach 53 megatons.
Oh God.
53 million megatons, which is about half of the total weight of fish caught annually.
I kind of wish this was your last story.
So
Anyway.
oceans could actually be more plastic than fish by 2050.
Oh, God.
Goodness.
So the report
People
actually
hear this. Like, please listen.
the
This
report
is fucking
recommends a
ridiculous.
6-point plan to U.S. government to seriously look into the problem, and I sure hope it follows and it actually doesn't just die on the shelf as a report.
You know, glass works
Uh,
as a reusable container.
Last little story. We'll go real quick here. I want to ask my fellow Americans on the panel here about the shooting in the school in Michigan. This is the story of a sophomore, 15-year-old Ethan Crumley.
Let's not even name him. That's the last time we're going to say his name. Okay, keep going.
4 dead, all students. The gun he used was purchased by the suspect's father on a Black Friday sale. The kid has a history of apparently being in trouble at school. The parents were actually summoned to discuss his removal from the school mere hours before the shooting. After the shooting, the parents seemingly fled. What they said, quote, was for their own safety. The police offered $10,000 reward for information on their whereabouts. They were found in Detroit, hiding in a building, and they've been under arrest. Now, under Michigan law, involuntary manslaughter charges can be filed against the parents because they feel the parents contributed to the situations.
Absolutely.
Now, we have 3 Americans here on the panel. I would like to hear your thoughts about the whole situation.
Okay, I'll keep
So, also, I did read that they attempted to flee to Canada but weren't allowed in due to not having their vaccines.
Oh,
Oh,
Awesome.
That's everything you need to know about those people.
Wait a minute. They were in
Right.
Michigan, right? This was
Detroit's-
Michigan shooting. So that's right along the border, right?
Yeah, Detroit's like right on the border. You can just cross over the.
And sorry, what city?
Detroit.
No, the shooting. Where
That's a good question.
is it like
know.
okay, anyway.
It
Doesn't
was in that area ish.
Okay.
It's in the
I don't
mid.
remember.
So if you're crossing into
Doesn't really
Detroit, they
matter.
were obviously trying to cross into Windsor, Ontario from Detroit, right? When you cross
the bridge.
over. What do you guys feel about the issue? This is one of the rare instances where the parents are actually charged as not accessory, but helping the situation. How do you guys feel about that?
There should be more people charged in school, including the school administrators not doing enough. The kids were reporting this guy. It was just literally like a failure on all levels.
His mother texted him after the shooting and said, "Ethan, don't do it."
Sorry.
So wait, she knew that he was going to do it?
She had heard about the school shooting, had heard that there was an active shooter, and texted him and said, "Ethan, don't do it." So it had already happened, and then she texted him. And don't forget that when he was searching ammunition, she texted him and said, you need to learn how to not get caught."
Yeah.
This is a really good
parental
where
failure.
honestly, I'm hearing Republicans say that she should be charged.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a rare instance where I'm actually seeing people who are very pro Second Amendment going, no, those parents fucked right up. Why the hell didn't they search his bag?
Okay. See, the only reporting that have seen was very limited. Like it was just there was a shooting at this place, and that's all I really saw from the article. Yeah, because I saw it the day it happened. I hadn't really looked into it since then. Do we have like any information on the reasoning why he did it?
Bullying, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I haven't found that. He just knows that there's reports of many signs like he was finding they were finding drawings of people shot.
The day that they called his parents in, the day of the shooting, he had drawn a picture of shooting somebody, 2 gunshots, and writing
my life is useless and that kind of stuff.
Please help, basically help me, like I can't stop or something. I can't remember the words.
Seems to be a classic teenage angst issue, right? You're not exactly sure, and maybe suicidal tendencies. We won't know. I mean,
I know how I feel about the gun rights part of it, but how is it like coming across to you guys? Like a lot of people say, well, it's the person and not the gun. But if he didn't have access to the guns in the first place, and I hear that the police came out with armfuls of guns from this people's house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think the shooting would have happened? Because this is where people outside of the U.S. say, well, if he didn't have the gun, he wouldn't have gone and done the shooting.
Right.
Yeah. And also, if I was going to say it's a yes and, because if the parents had paid 5 seconds of attention to this and instead of been like, oh yeah, this is our normal indoctrinated gun culture of being obsessed with this stuff, then that also would have helped stop it.
Exactly.
Also having your guns up, at least in a gun safe.
Yes.
If not Also, additionally, trigger locks.
You have to in Canada. Keep going.
See,
you know, like but those two things are super basic, right? Like,
And
super,
also in
super
Canada,
basic.
your ammunition has to be locked away from your guns.
Like
Somebody will correct me. I know that I'm not 100%. I haven't done my licensing.
I like the 3-step process or something like that, or 5.
I think it has to be locked in a box. It can be locked in a box in the gun safe, but don't correct. Like, totally, please correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
If you want to keep your guns away from
Actually, Spencer will. He's got his pal.
if
I'll ask
you
him.
want to keep your guns away from your kids, the best place is the vegetable crisper. No kid will ever go in the fridge with the
Please
vegetable
don't
drawer.
take his advice. Get a gun safe. Yeah, I have a friend here who has guns very similar to what you would find in the United States. His gun safe stands 6 feet tall. You open it, and there's got to be 30 guns in there. He's got an AK, not an AK. Sorry,
AR-15.
He's got handguns because he has his restricted license. He's a gun nut. Like, absolutely. Like, if the world was going to shit, I'd be like, where's Cam? And like, it's locked in a safe and his children don't know the combination.
Right.
Yeah. So I just hope I see the day that, in a way, I don't want to mean this philosophically, but I just hope I get to see the day one day where Americans choose their kids over their guns. Because this is getting really, really ridiculous.
I'd love to see that too.
Absolutely.
So I encourage anyone who is feeling the same way that when you hear people say this, remind them that countries like Canada have had 10 school shootings since the 1800s. And that there have been less than 29 school shootings across the world in civilized countries, and yet in this year, and yet that's how many have been in the United States just this year alone.
Yeah.
So let's just think about this.
This is a uniquely American problem.
Absolutely. And
But
gun
it's not
control does
unsolvable.
work. You can still have your guns. You can still be a stupid fucking gun nut like my friend. No judgment, but you can do it legally and still keep your kids alive.
Right.
See, I think it's because Canada has so much access to syrup. You know, and this kid-
No, don't. There was
Yeah.
a shortage. We should have
You know?
talked about that. They
Yeah, you
had-
guys just released a bunch, right? From your reserves.
Yeah,
we have
reserves.
reserve
That's what I'm saying. Kids are like, kids thinking to himself that he wants to go shoot, do a school shooting. He's like,
Right?
what? I'm gonna have some pancakes instead.
I need some maple syrup.
That's
all right.
Exactly.